like, and serious to serious. When you start. When this is go. When this is go. Come on. Hayaka. You're live. So I'm just gonna stop the recording right away. And let me just look in the chat. Ska det spinnes or lagge selv om du started spin? No, I know, but I think there is. Like recently, Twitch like promoted like vertical, like this in vertical. Like you can see me on like horizontal, like widescreen in vertical now, because then you can see my whole body. But they kind of made like a vertical, like you can stream to vertical. Yeah, and that was just me turning off the recording. I thought I was just like spinning again. And if it doesn't work this time, I'm gonna turn off the vertical thing, the thingamajig thing, because I think that is actually not working correctly. Let's see. It says I'm unstable, but I already knew that, and most of the people knowing me know that already. So I'm gonna start before we start with talking about my stupid new hobby. So now I have two hobbies. I have a stupid hobby that is taking stupid photos of me when I feel stuff, just to see how I look when I feel in a certain way. And I edit the photo to look more in tune with the feeling. Like, it is in part with my monster study, making myself look like a monster, like scenic art. And then I started a new hobby, and it's very limited, very like esoteric, very specialized to just one thing. I just want to do one thing, and I suck at it. So no laughing. You see, I have a lot of like art supplies, and if I spin now, you know I always spin around out of control. So I have a lot of like art supplies that is like high end, because I never buy. I don't buy cheap stuff like that. But if I am to buy cheap stuff, it is like for cosplay, just to check if it works. And then if that cheap stuff actually works, I'm probably like gonna either edit to it, or for like certain reasons, just testing out, like for example cosplays. And then I know how to sew. I just need to get my sewing machine out of Tromsø to where I am right now, until I'm back home again in Tromsø. So I have watercolors. I don't know how to paint at all. I used to, like, I was forced to go to drawing school, architect and drawing and art school, art, modern art. But that is, I haven't drawn a shit in like, I don't remember how long since the last time. So no laughing, amateur. But I'm trying to learn myself how to paint. I don't know how to fucking paint. I never knew how to paint. I got all these like expensive fucking these I've been collecting for forever. Like these brushes, which is like high quality, like real high quality brushes. No fucking shit. Like this is for artists, like those who know what they're doing. I don't know what I'm doing when it comes to painting. And I thought, I want to paint, but just one thing. One thing, nothing else. There's just one thing I would like to paint. It's the ocean. And especially, and I suck at it. So don't laugh. I don't know how to. Making a wave as a. I don't know how to. This is my first try of making a water, and I suck at it. No laughing! So, I'm trying to teach myself how to paint. Never painted before. Don't know how to use a brush unless it's on my eyes. Like, I can do brushes on, like, with my makeup, but not on a fucking paper. But yeah, when you have like high quality stuff and too much time on your hands, and you're in like redneck country, and yeah, you know what happened the other day? I have to tell this because it's really hilarious stupid thing that just women might like understand to a point. And like I was walking around, it was warm that day, so it was really warm, so I had like this is my Silent Hill dress, I call it, because it looks like the dress from how the nurses is wearing, but it's not latex, it's just like normal, like this sweater is like just normal clothing. And I was wearing this dress, but I call it my Silent Hill dress because if it was in latex, it would be totally exactly like a fucking Silent Hill nurse, which is something I also will do as a cosplay because, well, I don't need a reason. I don't need to tell you. You know the reason. You know every reason why I would do a cosplay for a nurse from Silent Hill. And I would love to pair that up with somebody that does Pyramid Head. Just letting that out there. Letting that be known. So it's known. I would do a cosplay together with somebody with Pyramid Head, dressed as a nurse. It would be. If I'm ever going to a convention, which I've never been at, and I don't know what happens at them, but if I ever am to go to a convention and dress up like in cosplay, for real, I would like, I would need somebody to go like Pyramid Head so I can go like the Silent Hill nurse, because, well, no necessary reason given, because I don't need to tell you, because you already know. But anyway, I was wearing this dress that looks like the dress from the Silent Hill nurses. So it's like really short. But I was just walking down to the water line, which is just like 100 meters in that direction, yeah, like down towards the water. And then I was walking back up again because I had been sitting on a rock for far too long, and I was thinking, I have been sitting on a rock for far too long, I should go back. And when I was going back, there was somebody riding motorcycles, and when I was going up to pass my mailbox, you need some guns and knives. I need knives, yes. If there is any males out there that want to take me on a date, they want to buy me flowers, no flowers, buy a knife. I will not appreciate being given flowers, but if somebody gives me a knife, well, you know, the road to my heart. Because, can you peel a fucking apple with the fucking flower? No. And you know what? I don't have a vase, so don't give me flowers, give me knives. And I really need knives, and I would really love to have guns. I was thinking about, actually, this is just a digression, before I continue with my story of me getting stupid scared. I would really like to sign up for like a shooting arena, just to teach myself how to shoot, get like a permit for having like a gun, because I really want to do that. Not to shoot anyone, just to shoot like bullseye on a paper, not people, and not hunting, because that is for boys, that is for men. I would like to participate in like making the dinner after somebody have gone hunting, but I'm a bit of like a Disney princess. So yeah, I would like guns, but I do not want to shoot, or and I do not want to like skin or like dress animals. That is for you men to do. I can make the stew or dinner for you, but you make the kill. But yeah, if anybody wants to give me flowers, fuck that. Give me a knife instead. I would really, really appreciate that. So if anybody like want to date me, you know the road to my heart, because I am very, very fond of eating fruits, and you know, there is a lot of uses for knives, like a lot of uses. They are very practical to have around wherever you are, like a multi-tool knife or just a knife. It's always useful. Is a rose useful? No, especially not when you don't have a vase. I have no vases. So no flowers, knives. We good? We good. Now people know how to date me, how to impress me, if they want to date me. But yeah, the road to dating me is like, I'm in redneck country, first of all. And second of all, I never read my messages, and every like profile. If you get reply from me, you're one of the lucky few. Because I have right now I have like 127 unread messages just in my SMS, like on my phone. Because I have ADD. And this shit does not want to play with me. Alright, whatever. 127 unread messages. Most of it is probably bills. Because we live in a day and age where nobody gives poetry or messages in the mail. Yeah, knives and letters in the mail. If you would like send me a stupid poem with art fart start, like whatever, just write hello on a piece of paper and mail it to me, I would be impressed. More impressed if you give me something that I have to buy a vase for, because you know what? Vases are fucking expensive. And I don't own one. But I need a new knife. I've been looking online. Actually, Hawknagard, you gave me that site. And if you would be so kind to send me the link again to that knife site, where I can buy a knife. Because I still need to buy a new knife. And I haven't got to that time where I actually bought a knife because I've been so distracted with everything else. Life gives you life gives you fucking bills and chores and adult stuff that is so boring. And then you die. No, stop. But yeah, if you could just link me the site to buy knives online again, because you linked me back in the like forever ago, and instead of like scrolling, you maybe already remember this site, because I need to buy a new knife. And not any knife. You see, I used to collect fountain pens. And for some reason, my fountain pens, I've been looking online to buy new stuff, like, for example, for my painting stuff, my horrible, don't laugh about me, I'm not gonna paint anything else but water. Ocean, waves, nothing more. Just that. Nothing other. No Bob Ross, like, here I have a stupid mistake, no. Just fucking waves, and the way the lighting fragments through the water. Because it makes me happy, and it's my favorite colors. So, but if you could relink me that knife site, I would be very happy. But yeah, if anybody were to ever manage to slide in my DMs and get me on a date and want to buy me flowers and rather buy me a knife, well, you would have won like 100 points to Gryffindor, I guess. But yeah, I don't think I would be in Gryffindor. You know what? When I was taking that quiz, you know that before this digression is gonna go back to like full circle soon. But when I took that test, that like, what kind of house do you like fit into? I was super Hermione nerd, reading up on like everything I could get my hands on, like in academic point of view. But then I took the test again later, and first when I was like in Hermione mode, when I did like find meditation through reading up on whatever kind of subject I was like just unofficially studying, I fit into like Ravenclaw. But later I found out I fit into, what do you think? The evil ones. No, I'm not evil, but I fit into what is it called? Slytherin? Slytherin. Yeah, so I'm a Slytherin. Does that mean I'm evil? But anyway. You don't remember which side, but it's multiple sides. Well, whoever of you men that knows a site where a woman can buy a good knife, and the reason I need to find a perfect one, just like with my fountain pens. Like, I have a lot of fountain pens strolled around, and I still use them, but I don't collect them anymore. But I am very interested in starting to collect knives. I have no clue why. They're practical. And I think they're pretty. To a degree, they are pretty. They're good, like, some of them, I found some online that is like, were like, really like, made with love or whatever. Made with the intent of being aesthetically pleasing. And this thing in my head just like, and I was like, yeah, I want to like collect knives. And guns. What the fuck has happened with me? I swear, never to use it on anybody, because I'm actually scared of harming people. If I'm actually in a fight, I would actually be scared of harming people. This is true. When I was a little girl, you sent a fun site with a lot of... I'm gonna look upon it later, Hocknagard. That site you just sent me in, like, whispers. And thank you, by the way. Like, when I fight, or when I have to fight, or when I used to have to fight, which was when I was, like, in my teenage years, mostly, because I'm grown up now, so you don't really have the opportunity to fight that much, I think. Anyway, I always were very meticulous, because I grew up like a daddy's girl, so we always watched, not like fake boxing, we watched real boxing. So when I was bottle fed from my baby years, we were watching wrestling, like real wrestling. So I know where to hit people, not to cause harm. And it was really like, whenever I had ended up in a fight, I was so scared of actually harming people, even the bitches that I really like deserved it, because what if? So I never want to like collect knives or guns to use it on people. That is like not the like appeal about it. It's just knives, just like fountain pens for me. It's like, it's not a writing tool, but it's a practical tool, and you kind of need it for everything. And I eat a lot of apples and fruit and stuff, and on the go, because I have a very small stomach, and after all my surgery I have to like eat a lot so I don't like die. And yeah, so having a knife with you to just like peel an apple or whatever practical thing is in front of you that you need to use, knives is good. Flowers, you can't fucking peel an apple with a fucking rose, and they always like rot, and I don't have a vase, so and a vase costs like a bajillion, and if I have a bajillion, I would rather like bedazzle myself with like jewelry or stupid things like knives. And yeah, I'm gonna probably start finding like a gun club near me, and I don't want to like have a rifle. I want to shoot with a big gun, not a small gun, not a girl's gun. No. I want a big one, more like the Requiem gun from like Resident Evil Requiem. That would be perfect. But I would never have the muscles, so I would have to like train my muscles too. So there's that. Maybe I have to do that. That is like a mid-year's crisis. No, wait a moment. Mid-year's resolution. I'm gonna train my muscle power to become strong enough to shoot with a big revolver. Because that would be fun. And I never had like aggression, or like, I had this psychiatrist, before we're gonna start playing, I had a psychiatrist years ago. The only one I actually found to be like deserving of my respect, because I read too much fucking psychology, and a lot of the psychologists I met, I want to hit them with a fucking chair instead of actually listening to them, because they never fucking understands what I'm talking about. But there is one psychiatrist that I had respect for. Her name is actually Kristen Lair. She wrote a book about ADHD, and she's the only one that actually told me stuff that I didn't understand or didn't already know, and knew what I needed. So the only one in my fucking lifetime that I had respect for as a psychiatrist and didn't want to hit down with the chair is this woman, it's Kristen Lair. And she asked me about this, like, why don't you buy, like, go to Rednex, like a used store shop where they sell used stuff, and just find plates and just like try to like throw them at the floor to break them. And I'm just like, why? Because it was supposed to like get out aggression or something, like you could get out aggression in a physical manner. But it didn't appeal to me at all. Like, I didn't understand what that would just give me a lot of mess. So I didn't understand that. But then later, after playing Requiem, I think something broke me. I think it was the Requiem gun. from Resident Evil Requiem. For some reason, I kind of got this thing in my head now that I think going to a shooting range and shooting at a fucking bull, like a target that isn't living, like, you know, these bullseye things. I think that would be actually a good like way of actually getting out aggression. Or maybe not aggression, maybe just for fun. I'm not sure. But I want to do it. So I'm going to check if I can actually find a gun club and see if I can actually take like a course or whatever, school myself up to get a gun license. And since I am in redneck country, maybe for all I know, maybe I can actually start to collect guns and knives. Yeah. If I ever am to like find the right knife. Like when I bought like these pens, like fountain pens, I did it for one sole reason. Studying in my books was fun. Whatever subject I was studying was fun as long as I could scribble in the side margin. So when I was studying like economy, all of these boring things in business school, I just wrote in the margin, and I bought a lot of different like fountain pens. This is like a Van Gogh, like Fields of Crows or whatever. This is my compromised Ocean Swirl pen. Yeah, that is one thing. I will marry the person that gives me a Pelican Ocean Swirl pen. That is not a joke. Actually, if somebody comes with a Pelican Ocean Swirl pen and gives it to me, I'll marry you. This is also like a compromising pen for an Ocean Swirl. And the Ocean Swirl, when it was in like sales and isn't like used sales. Thank you for the 3 links to the pages. I'm going to check them out. God, thank you very much. It was costing like 5,000 kroners, which is approximately $500 US. And that is very expensive for a pen. I know. And when I started this hobby of collecting pens, I thought that is too much. I'm never gonna be using that much money. And later now, it's sold like online, used like Ocean Swirl pen, that Pelican Ocean Swirl pen. You can Google it if you like. It's just one of a kind. It looks like the ocean, and it's the only one in the world that looks like exactly what I need when it comes to pen addictions. But I never got it. And now it's like super fucking expensive. So if anybody comes like, do you want to marry me with an Ocean Swirl pen, I would say, yes, I would marry you. Thank you for the Ocean Swirl, and I know I'm your wife. Yeah. But yeah, but I was always looking for the next fun pen, fun thing to like hyperfixate at, and like nice fucking ink. Like I have an unopened Lamy ink well here, which you can't see because I fucking suck at this. Oh god, wait a moment. There we go. Like this is an unopened inkwell from Lamy in a color I never tried actually. But anyway, I love to do this for the sole reason of meditating while reading whatever kind of subject I was reading. My next subject I was actually starting to delve into was actually an autonomy and like medicine. But I never got that far. This is the first time I opened this box. And I still love to like collect ink bottles because it looks like potions. This not so much, but yeah. This more. This is also a special edition Aurora Borealis. It fits to where I'm actually living, in Tromsø. Look at the dust. Look at how long it's been living in my like cupboard in Tromsø. It hasn't been used, but not because I didn't want to use that color. It was more because it was actually hidden in the Touches from Hell. Like, oh, what is it called? Like basement or whatever. Anyway, enough about that. And look what I'm gonna do now. Like, this is like collector's stuff. But yeah, I'm kind of stopped interested in like collecting pens. Now I kind of want to do the same with knives. So there's information to whoever wants to like ever marry me or date me. The road to my heart is not with roses and vases that is costly, but knives, and giving me a shooting range to shoot at. Actually, I'm very good at actually hitting point blank, and I'm gonna check out if I can find a shooting range that I can actually start to learn how to shoot and get like a shooting license, so I can actually own a gun, because I think it would be a nice hobby. Like, just because it sounds fun. And whenever I tried, like twice I tried like shooting once I shot a bow, once I shot a gun. And twice, both of those times, actually, they were like, ha 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 ha, you can't, I will be better than you, just look at how much you suck. And I actually like put quite a good hit on both of them. So I think it is in my intuition to be a good shooter, even though I have no clue. And I will eat my words whenever that time comes, and I will of course show you if I fail and eat my words and is a horrible shooter, or if I fucking die from the recoil shooting a bigger gun than I can handle, because I have small muscles and I need to fucking train and get strong. But yeah, back to my story. So I was walking in my Silent Hill nurse dress, that isn't latex but alright, and these bikers were just like driving by, because I live nearby a road, there's a lot of like tourists driving on it and whatever, and they honked at me and giving me the peace sign, and I was just like giving the peace sign back, which is nice. I'm a good looking woman going in a very nice, like really tight dress that like almost shows my fucking lady parts. And a Namiki Emperor Collection Maki, a dragon. Yeah, I do have a Namiki actually. It doesn't cost that much. I do have a Namiki pilot pen. It's one of my favorites because it's actually flexible, so it can actually do some calligraphy shit. It's my only like soft. Yeah, actually, most of my golden stuff, like most of my jewelry, is actually in my pens, because most of my pens is like 14 to 18 karat gold, because I was a very, very adamant nerd, geek, and I really liked to read books and scribble in them for a very long time. So I know a lot. I've studied a lot, just because jewelry. Diamonds aren't a girl's best friend, in my point of view. I like gold, not silver. My dad is a silversmith. I have to show you what he made. Like, this is impressive. But anyway, I'm just gonna continue with my story. So after they had like just honked at me, and I just went inside. For some reason, I got super scared that they would like come back and just ding dong my door, and I would be like, I was like terrified, like like that was unreasonably terrified for nothing, because why would they? They would probably like just honk honk, nice girl, peace and whatever. Or it was my friend who drives a motorcycle that I haven't seen in years. But yeah, for some reason I got really, really, really scared they would come and like ding dong my door, because I never answer if somebody like ding dongs my door, because that is like a fear. Maybe it is like because I had stalkers when I was younger. I had my first stalker when I was in my teenage years, and I've had a couple of stalkers up through the years, but nothing that I was really afraid of. But if somebody ding dongs my door, if I don't know who it is, like if you haven't like told me I'm coming to your door to meet you, and it's like agreed upon, and I know that you're coming, I'm not opening the door. And if somebody is in my house to go open that door, I will go fucking hide. Is this a fucking like phobia I have? It has nothing to do with the fucking stalkers, because the stalkers I was like this with. Like, I had to build my boundaries with these stalkers since I was like 13 years old, and they weren't like the reason to be scared. Like, the worst stalker I had, he would like come to my door And like he would say, I won't go until you come out and talk with me. And I would come out and talk with him, and I would just like be really rude and like smack him across the face, like, shut the fuck up, get the fuck away. And that didn't scare me, but if somebody ding dongs my door, that face, this is like bears to me. I've seen one bear. It was in a zoological zoo behind a fence, and I was there with my brother, whose name also is Bear, and he was like challenging the bear for a fight, and I was like, I have unreasonable fear of bears. This is the first time I see a bear, and it was just sitting there arguing with my brother, who wanted to pick a fight with a bear behind a fence, and I don't think the bear even had that much energy because it just went, and I think my brother just tired it out or something. So it is a stupid phobia. I'm also scared of spiders, but there's no spiders in Norway that can actually harm me, so that's stupid too. And like somebody like ringing my doorbell is also stupid because I have brothers and my father lives here. Because I'm not at home in Tromsø right now, I'm still in like redneck country, so something's wrong with me, I guess. But I'm not scared when it comes to like picking a fight with like when I was like from early age with my stalkers. That was no fucking scary. Maybe there's something wrong with me. Anyway, you could have liked to have a Kaga Hiramaki, like Senzui. I haven't seen this. 4,500 kroners. Like, my most expensive, I think it is this, this, and this. This is the most expensive, like, pens I own. This is 4,000. Comes with ink and, like, stuff. It's, like, its own display stuff. This is just because I really like the soft golden nib. And this is because I never got an ocean swirl, and I will marry the first person that gives me an ocean swirl instead of a ring, because I already have a ring. Like, I need an ocean swirl. Google an ocean swirl and hit it in like the chat, and you would see what I. You know what? I'm gonna do that for you. Just a moment. And I hate myself for not buying it when it was able to be bought outside of like used market. So. An ocean swirl, a pelican ocean swirl, is the most beautiful pen in the world. Let me see. This is to Reddit. But yeah, whatever. I'm just gonna copy this. Here you can see an ocean swirl. I'm gonna paste it into chat. That is an ocean swirl. For those who wants to see an ocean swirl, it's to Reddit. Somebody wants to buy it. That pen, if somebody wants to marry me, I would say yes if you gave that pen to me. But yeah, I'm not thinking about marriage these days. I'm thinking about actually getting my license to actually own a gun. And if you ever want to date me, you know how to buy me flowers. They come with a fucking sharp end and doesn't get put in a vase, to get put in a holster. So, and I haven't bought myself a knife after my last knife was taken away from me. My multi-tool. And I haven't bought a new one. So, maybe I should start reading my fucking DMs. I am not sure. I only read my DMs from people like on Twitch or from from you guys. Or yeah, maybe I should read my fucking text messages too. That would be a good way to start. But yeah. Yeah. Now you know. I clicked the link and it said I'm blocked because please fire. Alright, I'm gonna find a better link. I'm gonna find a fucking picture of it. I'm gonna find a picture of it. Wow. Ding, 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 ding. This baby's got a temper. I've been listening, when I was doing my errands today, I was listening to Prodigy. You see me coming from a mile off, once again, the skyline. There could be no funeral, no name, no number. I'm not sure if you could actually see it. Yeah, whatever. The ocean swirl. It's a special pen from Pelikan that you can't get anymore unless you buy them used. It's a very beautiful pen, but it's impossible to... I'm gonna find a better picture. Just a moment. Here. The fire starter. Twist. No, you know what? I need to like turn down this thing, and there we go. This, my lovelies. Why can't I? Because I suck. Anyway, an ocean swirl is an ocean swirl. It's a beautiful pen. But these days, I would rather have a collection. I would rather collect, like, this is a better link, because it's not to Reddit. I'm sorry for that other. I'm gonna like delete the other. There you see. I'm gonna try and test. Press pen chalet. That is an ocean swirl. Pelikan 805 ocean swirl pen collection. Like, when I started collecting pens, when I started my career and being a Hermione girl, just meditating through studying like an idiot and a geek, that was the pen that I thought, it's too expensive. It costs like 5,000 kroners, like $500, which isn't that expensive as it is now. These days, like, you can buy it used because it's such a like so many people want an ocean swirl that it's like really up there. In the prices. I'm just gonna answer a message. Sometimes if you ever hear me like have a message sound like did, it's because I got some people that can bypass my silent mode. But I need help with one thing before we can continue. So here's the thing. Right now my mobile is set to like it's set to like silent mode. But if I put off the silent mode, it still doesn't make sound when people call me, unless they are on the list of people that have like SOS privileges and can call me, or like the messages can be heard if it's on silent or any. So how do I fix that? If anybody know, what do I do with that? Because whenever it's not on like soundless mode, it still doesn't make sound. And now I'm gonna show you something cool. And so I told you about my mess. No, not that one. Not that one. Hey, there it is. Like, my father, like, even though my father is a silversmith, I'm gonna show you something he made. Like, he made me some earrings, and I really want to wear them today. But you see, I got banshee claws, so I need people to help me put them on. He like made me some earrings, and he's very, very good at making, like, he's a very good silversmith. And he made this to a very special person. This is a very, very intricate thing that he made. Like, he knows how to make things out of silver. I have no clue how he does this, but he kind of like almost like I do with a sewing needle, just with like silver. And he made this bracelet for somebody whose name is Wolf, or similar to Wolf, and it was meant to represent his. So it's a unique piece he made for this person. And I got the task of taking care of it for that person. But yeah, I'm gonna Google the thing about my phone, like why it still is like on silent mode. But yeah, my father is a very skilled silversmith, and he's like not only a skilled silversmith, he's very skilled with like paintings and business. and they have made like their own business. Like my mother and father is like business savvy. Like my mother is kind of scared of, like she is kind of agoraphobic. Like she doesn't like to be around a lot of people, and that is fully understandable. But my father, on the other hand, he's like business savvy to the degree that he's like, he doesn't have a business degree, but he makes businesses appear. And lately they are like really making a lot of things happen out here in Senja. And I'm very proud of my family. I have only like real people that is like not scared of being themselves. Like one of my brothers, he just bought himself a new car. It's a very nice car. It's a, I don't know a lot about car. I think it's a Mercedes Benz, whatever. And it's very nice. But he's like very into cars, and he's been into cars since he was a little baby, driving around with play cars. And he's like a mechanic. My other brother, he's like a ski and winter sport enthusiast to the point he is like so fucking skilled. He's like and he's very skilled with like social media, so he has like a big following on social media. His name is Levi, and he's a very, very like an adrenaline junkie. And I think his girlfriend is actually visiting us here for the first time, and he's really scared of us scaring her away because our whole family is very just ourselves. And then I have like another brother that is a bit younger than me. He's a fireman and a builder and a math genius, and he's very, very skilled at most things. And he also is a father of two, and he became a father when he was 18 years old, and he is very like I really admire him. He's actually my younger brother, but in a way I kind of feel like he's my older brother. So for some reason, because he's just, I just look up to him. Not because he's taller than me, but because he's just a fantastic person. Then I have like a sister, she beat cancer, like sarcoma cancer, like this cancer was supposed to kill her, like, and she is now in uneducated, like, oh my god, what is it called? Like something in medicine. And my younger sister, she's also like, she's a nurse, and she's like wholeheartedly my like I want to be just as good as she is when it comes to like crashing out. She's like specializing good at crashing out, and she's super mild and super good at baking and being like a woman and like cooking and just being like the perfect, like, you would call them like these, what do they say about these women, like these pick-me girls, but instead of being like a pick-me girl, she's like actually just a very good woman who will make a man very happy one day. And then I have my other sister, who was also soon to be a nurse, who also was in the military. She drove tanks. She drove tanks in the military. And then we have me. I'm the crazy woman in the family, I think, because I do art and then I do a lot of music. But yeah, and then I do this and then theater and stuff. But most of my family doesn't understand what the fuck I'm doing, so I think I'm just one of the black sheep, kind of. But I don't think I'm the black sheep. I'm more like the weirdo. But I really like, if I could pick a family to be born into, being born into my family is like, there's nobody in my family that I am like ashamed of how they are carrying their values. Everybody is like super honest, super themselves, and nobody is afraid of actually just being goofy and real. And most of them doesn't actually like pay any mind to social norms, so they are really, really like refreshing, especially in these days and age, this day and age, because it is a lot of like social, like collective social narcissism and stuff, which I hate. But anyway, where were we? We were gonna try and play the game. Then I just started blabbing on because if my mouth starts, and word starts, there is no stopping until it goes like full circle. And then I have ADD, so going full circle kind of takes a lot of time. But we've been a lot on here, so I'm gonna go, before we start the game, I'm gonna do this. And I'm gonna go down and pick up my, like, the rest of this outfit to look like Ada. So, and meanwhile, I'll do that. Did you just compare yourself to a Dorito? Maybe. Clip that, if you can, because I never eaten a Dorito. Maybe, for all I know, I'm very similar to a Dorito. While I'm down picking up my rest of my, like, red Ada thing, let's see if this actually works now, and doesn't, like, makes me spin around or whatever. So I'll be right back. It has excellent bitrate right now. Let's see what happens. And if it starts, like, lagging or whatever, I'm gonna turn off. It sounded like that. I have to taste a Dorito one day. But I don't like eating chips, like potato chips. Like, I really like. I can eat a handful of them, but I would be, like, really nauseous after that. And when I was overweight, I loved potato chips. Like, I could eat a whole bag of it and no problem. But now I can eat, like, a handful, and I would probably get, like, a bit nauseous of it. Have no clue why. I'm gonna check if this works when I'm done picking that thing up, and be right back. Alright, see you soon!